Hi, my name is Yvonne Weldon, and I am running to be your representative for the Austin City Council. I am not groomed for politics. I grew up in Austin. I am a product of Austin Public Schools and have lived in almost every area of the city, including at times my car. I began working when I was 15, and I have worked most of my adult life. Later, I'll collect two small pension checks, one from AT&T and the other from the state where I was a purchaser. I was able to go back and eventually earn a Bachelor of Business Administration degree in accounting. I enjoy the freedom of volunteering where needed, and over the years, I've donated over 700 units of blood and platelets and have never gotten paid for it. In 2019, after my dad passed away, I was able to buy his house from the estate at $1,000 over the fair market value, and that property is now doubled in value. I welcome most of the people that are new here because they like what we have and the vibe that they bring. Austin had a reputation for being a safe and affordable city with no state income tax and a thriving economy. But it seems mostly in the past 5 years or so, well before the pandemic, I noticed we began to pivot. The police chief began warning the city leaders that there were staffing shortages that needed to be corrected. In 2019, I was reading with kids in AISD schools where more than half of the third graders in public schools could not read at grade level. Then in September, just before the pandemic, AISD announced plans to close 12 schools in Austin, 10 elementary and 2 junior high schools. It was perplexing to understand why in a city that is growing exponentially that we are cutting back on police and closing schools. Also, it was that day in June of 2019 that my disdain for the city leadership reached a new level when I heard the news that the city lifted the homeless camping ban. As one that grew up working class poor and often has struggled to stay above water, I knew this was a terrible mistake for the city. And as we saw leading up to what is now referred to as Prop B in House Bill 1925, it was worse than I could have ever imagined. We need to shake up the city council and reverse course. I contemplated this decision to run for city council at length. My experience working in procurement for the Attorney General's office will prove valuable in addressing the complex challenges in fiscal accounting and transparency that is needed to be restored. The incessant spending of our taxpayer dollars is destroying lives, burdened by increasing rents, property taxes, and other taxes disguised as fees and charges imposed by the city. I was concerned with the number of lawsuits and legal challenges that the City Council was dealing with, so I recently earned the paralegal certificate from the University of Texas. Crime in District 3 continues to soar. Just this year, our district alone has already had 8 murders, well over 1,000 aggravated robberies and burglaries, and over 800 auto thefts as well, and thousands of other thefts, arson cases, and other crimes. I will address and fix the frustrating process of reporting non-emergency crime instances. Homelessness continues to increase as we neglect utilizing the existing resources that are available to reach out and help those who want and need help. Yes, there are solutions, and I invite you to join with me and deeper in those conversations. Since I filed to run, I have been on a ride-alongs with both the Austin Police looking at the 30 by 30 initiative for women and the Travis County Constable's office that goes into the homeless encampments to build relationships with those experiencing homelessness. I have toured and supported many successful communities like Community First Village, Camp Esperanza, the Salvation Army Adult Rehab Center, and Foundation Communities. One of my favorite tours was the Austin Animal Center on Lavender Loop. I've also been attending and speaking at city council meetings and have been able to go behind the scenes and observe how staff interacts with their council member during the meetings. I was advised that I should not run in my district because I'm not Hispanic and to not use my middle name and even get a Mexican dress. Our district is made up of more than just Hispanics and Latinos. The East Side is certainly a rich heritage that we must preserve, but we are also a diverse population and people of races from all over the world. I do get some of the challenges of being a minority as I am one of the only candidates, if any, with Asian descent running on a city council with no existing Asian council members. I will immediately correct communication issues so that we will be better connected and you will receive regular updates. Again, my name is Yvonne Weldon and I will be 5th on the ballot. I look forward to serving you as your next city councilwoman. Please reach out to me and keep me informed on the issues that are important to you. Thank you for listening. Please stay in touch and vote on November 8th.